Hey everyone, welcome to another week of calculus. The schedule is posted. Just a reminder, there's no school on Monday. Live class will be held Tuesday through Friday from 9:30 to 10 a.m. and office hours will be in the drop-in center on Wednesday and Friday from 2 to 3 p.m. Our topics this week will be the introduction to limits and properties of limits. So our learner outcomes for the week. On Tuesday and Wednesday, we will be going into the introduction of limits, and that will include describing the behavior of functions, using a graphing calculator or a program such as Desmos to get a numerical approximation for a limit. We will also evaluate the behavior of functions graphically, numerically, and algebraically, and evaluate limits using a table of values. On Wednesday, we will take a look at one-sided limits. On Thursday and Friday, notice we cover properties of limits. On Thursday, we will evaluate them algebraically, continue that into Friday, and on Friday, we will learn some special techniques for evaluating limits that seem as though they don't exist. Want to point out some special things in the Week 8 folder. Notice first there's a StudyForge course introduction video set worth 10 points. Little star beside that because all students need to review the introduction videos so that they know how to use the StudyForge calculus course materials that are available. There's a pretest worth 5 points. You will earn 5 points for completing the pretest and it will be scored. However, the score does not count towards your course grade. Notice there is a resource called Introduction to Limits, and this particular resource gives you the objectives for the following lesson. Then you have a lesson on the Intro to Limits. There's videos and practice problems. That is worth 5 points. There are several short videos in that section, and there are practice questions below that you should complete. There will be a 20-point CYU on the Intro to Limits concepts. The next concept is the property of limits. There are videos and practice problems. That again is worth 5 points. And then there's a CYU called properties of limits, and it is 25 points. So I want to point out that when you get into the StudyForge course introduction videos, in the upper right-hand corner, there is a little number here. It says 1/3. That means that you are watching video 1 in a series of 3 short videos. So you want to work your way through the StudyForge tutorial and watch all of the videos. Notice there are 3 of them, and this is worth 10 points. It's really important to learn how to use the StudyForge program. When you're in StudyForge, after you watch the videos, there are a series of practice problems below the videos. Notice that I am able to see which practice problems you have completed and how much time you have spent on each practice problem. I want to point out that when you complete the practice problems and check your answers, you can give a green thumbs up, red thumbs down, and I can see which problems you had difficulty on. There's also a place for your work in StudyForge, and I am also able to view the written work that you place in there. Want to point out something about the CYUs, and this is just an example from the Intro to Limits one. There are 10-point and 5-point rubrics in the CYUs, as you can see here. And there are 2 ways to do your work for these. First, place your cursor in the text box, and then you can insert an image, which would be a picture of your work if you do your work on pencil and paper, or you can use the equation editor. Okay, that's it for the week. Again, we're doing Intro to Limits and Properties of Limits. Look forward to seeing you in class and having another great week.